Arsenal are on fire. In just 2 weeks of the window, they have confirmed their first summer signing and are closing into 2 more. So today we'll find out about Arsenal's agreement with Aurelien Timber. We'll also get the breaking news surrounding Declan Rice, discuss a reported move for Aurelien Tchouameni, find out about a potential free transfer, and get the exclusive news from David Ornstein regarding the future of an Arsenal wonderkid. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bowz14. Welcome back to your boys channel. Hope you guys are doing sensational. Arsenal have been very active and we've got a lot to break down. So as per, don't forget to smash a like on the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and help your boy on his road to 200,000 subscribers, so close to 170k. But starting off with Arsenal's announcements. Arsenal have made their first official summer signing. Kai Havertz is officially a Gooner. Here was Arsenal officially confirming the news. After the announcement got leaked, Havertz smiling wearing the number 29 Arsenal shirt. Havertz will become the 14th player to feature for both Arsenal and Chelsea in the Premier League. I'm still trying to process Havertz being an Arsenal player considering no one expected it at the start of the window. But Mikel Arteta has pushed for this deal. And as things stands, Havertz is Mikel Arteta's most expensive signing. Mikel says Kai is a player of top quality. He has great versatility and is an intelligent player. He will bring a huge amount of extra strength to our midfield and variety to our play. Notice what Mikel Arteta says there, midfield is the key word. Is this an indication of where Kai Havertz is going to play? Of course he can play as a false 9 even at wide, but Arsenal fans believe that he might be the future number 8, playing on the left hand side alongside Odegaard. Could Mikel Arteta have a brand new midfield? According to John Cross, Mikel Arteta likes Kai Havertz's mentality, coping with the pressure and expectation from a young age while at Bayer Leverkusen. Another key part of his attraction was his age. Arteta likes the player's vision and ability to pick passes all over the pitch. This guy was the definition of a super talent, breaking through in 2016, the youngest player in Bundesliga history to reach 100 appearances, 17 league goals at 19 years of age. You look at how Mikel Arteta has transformed Martin Odegaard, a next wonder kid, into Arsenal's club captain and a superstar in the making. Mikel Arteta has that ability to revive wonder kids. Another important aspect though is Havertz's experience in the Champions League. At 24 years of age, he's already made 39 Champions League appearances. 2021 Champions League final, Havertz scored the one and only goal. The next day he went on to score the winner in a Club World Cup final. In the biggest of moments, Kai Havertz has shown that he has got the minerals. As Kai Havertz says, I think the Champions League is a special tournament and I think every footballer just loves to play there. I was fortunate to win the trophy and for me, it was the best feeling I've ever had. So to play there next season again with Arsenal is very exciting for me. Hopefully I can bring some good attributes into the team to win the trophy again. There will be many skeptical Arsenal fans and I can totally understand why, but Mikel Arteta sees something different and he's not the only one. According to reports, Real Madrid worked on a Kai Havertz deal for months and were waiting to see if Chelsea lowered their demands. The player spoke to Arteta and chose Arsenal. Real Madrid even called last minute to ask how much Arsenal were going to pay. You can't be wanted by the likes of Arsenal, Real Madrid and even Bayern Munich and not have something special in the making. Havertz is a bit of a unicorn, a massive frame at 6'3", yet still agile and technical. There are a lot of fundamentals that Mikel Arteta could work with. I wonder if Mikel will use him as a roaming target man. You think about Mikel's time back at Everton. He used to play alongside a certain Marouane Fellaini, a very unique profile that many teams found hard to mark. Arsenal don't have a big attack. Havertz will offer Arsenal something different. As Arsenal confirmed, Kai Havertz will join up with his new Arsenal teammates for pre-season training in early July. What are your thoughts on the Kai Havertz signing? Do you see potential in the player? We've also got an update on the future of Jorginho. A Simon Collins exclusive confirms Jorginho has said that he's very happy at Arsenal and has no plans to leave this summer. He wants to help the young players learn from the painful experience of missing out on a title. In a very young Arsenal team, Jorginho is vital. Years of Premier League experience, a former UEFA Men's Player of the Year. He's won the Euros, he's won the Champions League. The reason why Mikel Arteta loves the player so much is his ability to coach on the pitch. You've even seen clips of Jorginho on the sideline, instructing the Arsenal players during a game. You talk about the potential signing of a Declan Rice, who has never played Champions League football. Imagine how much he could learn from a player the experience of Jorginho. In vital moments next season when the going gets tough, when you've got players that have been there and done that, they can help calm things down. In terms of the future of Reiss Nelson, according to Ryan Taylor, Arsenal have an agreement in place with Reiss Nelson on a new 4-year contract, with an option for a further year. Nelson is currently in Tenerife, but the contract extension should be confirmed within the next week. Over the past few weeks, some doubts had been started starting. Reports that claim the likes of AC Milan were still trying to sign Reiss Nelson, but Arsenal have done their part. An agreement is firmly in place. Within the next few weeks, a lot of the Arsenal players are set to return. You've also got the Mbappe of centre-backs and William Saliba. Arsenal have already got a new contract sorted, and now Fabrizio Romano confirms it will be official after the holidays. It's done and sealed between Saliba and Arsenal. But what about the future of Folarin Balogun? Arsenal have reportedly set a £50 million price tag. Interest is growing. The likes of Inter, AC Milan, and even Crystal Palace have interest. According to L'Equipe, Marseille are also considering a move for Folarin Balogun to replace Alexis Sanchez. After scoring 14 league goals at the age of 34, Alexis Sanchez is leaving Marseille on a free transfer. Reports had even claimed he offered himself to return to Arsenal, but Mikel Arteta politely declined. It only makes sense why Marseille would want Balogun. 21 league goals in his first year in Liga. He has proven himself in that league. Arsenal already have a decent relationship with the club, having sold the likes of Matteo Guendouzi, loaned the likes of Tavares and Saliba. Marseille do have Champions League football, but will they have the finances? You've also then got Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha, officially out of contract at the end of June. Palace have offered reportedly up to £200,000 a week. So far Zaha has not accepted. Sami Mokbel confirms Zaha is set to become a free agent. The historic £200,000 a week offer from Crystal Palace officially expires tomorrow. Dialogue ongoing, but Zaha wants to explore other options. He wants a Champions League chance. Zaha also has the opportunity to potentially go to Saudi Arabia, but he does not want the money. He wants Champions League football, something that Arsenal will have next season. With 293 Premier League appearances, 68 league goals, having seen the impact of Leandro Trossard, how Premier League proven players can improve Arsenal straight away, Arsenal have had previous interest in Wilfried Zaha, especially back in 2018-19. We've also got a surprise link coming out of West Ham. According to the ex-West Ham employee, Arsenal have interest in fullback Ben Johnson to sign as a potential backup player. 23 years of age and out of contract in 2024. What stands out straight away, Johnson is a very versatile player. Prime example is his current performances at the under-21 Euros. In the first game he's playing as an attacking left back, 87 touches and 98% passing accuracy. In the game after he moved over to right back, and again his passing numbers were excellent. 35 out of 35 accurate passes, 35 passes at a 100% passing accuracy, as well as 3 chances created. Mikel Arteta loves players that are able to play in multiple positions. You look at Tomiyasu, Ben White, the profile of Ben Johnson makes sense, but I have a feeling Arsenal have another target in mind. Talking of fullbacks, you've also got Nuno Tavares, currently with Portugal at the under-21 Euros. As you can see with his performances, they haven't been that impressive. In his last game, a 6.0 rating, 6 out of 16 ground duels. Tavares is a very erratic player, and that's why I don't believe he has a future at the Emirates Stadium. According to Mark Douglas, West Ham have interest in signing Nuno Tavares, and other teams showing the most concrete interest right now. Arsenal have spoken to several other Premier League clubs, and Galatasaray also like the player. If West Ham want him, I believe a fair price tag would be a cheap £105 million. What about the future of Kieran Tierney? We've got some very surprising reports that claim that it's expected the defender will leave the Emirates this season, with a number of clubs likely to be keen on keeping him in the Premier League. It's said that Tierney will be interested in reuniting with Brendan Rodgers and would consider a return to former club Celtic. A return to Celtic really makes no sense. Tierney is a Premier League level starting fullback. Celtic do not have the finances, with the record ever signing being Odsonne Edouard, who they signed for just €10 million. I do wonder though, if Arsenal can sign an inverted right back on the right hand side, will that open up a space for Kieran Tierney to remain at the Emirates Stadium? Moving on to the Arsenal agreements. Having already signed Kai Havertz, Arsenal are not slowing down, and they are closing into the signing of Aurelien Timber. After making a second offer of €45 million, Fabrizio Romano confirms Arsenal and Ajax are now entering the final stages of talks for Aurelien Timber. After the €45 to €48 million bid was submitted on Monday, parties are now getting closer, but still some points to be discussed. Then, my friends, we got yet another breakthrough, this time from a tier 1 Ajax source in Mike Verwey, confirming that Ajax and Arsenal have reached a verbal agreement for the transfer of Aurelien Timber for €42 million, which can become 47 with potential bonuses. Arsenal have found themselves another agreement. Aurelien Timber is on his way to the Emirates Stadium. As Mike Verwey says, Arsenal have already planned the medical test. The presentation will take place in the coming days. Timber leaves Ajax after playing 121 games for the club, while winning 3 trophies, 2 of which league titles. The way that Arsenal have accelerated this deal for me is very impressive. move. The links only surfaced less than 2 weeks ago, but Mikel Arteta was convinced about the player, making him Arsenal's priority defensive target. As Team News and Ticks confirms, I know that Arteta has personally met the player. When Mikel wants a target, especially if there's time to do so, he tempts a player in a way that I've never seen any other manager do in football. I know that Mikel has done that. Aurelien Timber is a very selective person. This time last year he could have gone to Man United, linked up with former manager Erik ten Hag, but instead decided to wait. Then came in the Arsenal project, and he wants to be a part of it, rejecting the opportunity of Bayern Munich in the process. The price tag here is very impressive. €42 million for a player at 22 years of age, with over 100 Ajax appearances, experience of playing in the Champions League, versatile enough to play as a right back and centre back, the ball playing ability of a top player. As you can see with the stats, Timber excels in so many different ways. Arsenal have got themselves a bargain. You then have the breaking news regarding Declan Rice. Arsenal of course had made a record £105 million offer. Then it was over to Man City. How were they going to respond? The breaking news soon arrived. Arsenal's £105 million bid had seen Man City pull out of the race to sign Declan Rice. This was gargantuan. Arsenal blowing Man City out of the water, a flexing of their finances. The news got even better. Fabrizio Romano confirms West Ham have communicated to Arsenal that they are accepting the £100 million plus 5 and add-ons fee for Declan Rice. The two clubs remain in talks over the deal structure and payment terms, as West Ham want £100 million to be paid within 18 months. The final discussions, and then it's a done deal. David Ornstein soon joined the party, as he confirmed that Arsenal had agreed a fee with West Ham to sign Declan Rice, a record for a British player. The clubs are now working to resolve the payment terms. Arsenal have finally found their agreement. The rice is starting to cook. The only thing that stands in the way now is Arsenal sorting out the payment structure. As Fabrizio Romano explains, Arsenal are currently offering to pay the £100 million fixed fee in 4 years. However, West Ham want that fee paid in 18 months. Talks are progressing, it's very close. Arsenal are confident since yesterday. It's not quite a done deal, but these are the final details. Declan Rice could soon be an Arsenal player. Here's how he compares to the other Arsenal midfielders in the Premier League last season. The joint highest passing accuracy with 88%, 63 interceptions, more than double of any Arsenal player, and a whopping 315 progressive carries. The ball carrying ability of Declan Rice is very underrated. In 2021-22, he was completing 1.4 dribbles per game at a near 70% success rate. This is what makes Rice a bit of a unicorn profile. Very few players in the world are as good defensively. The ability to read the game and intercept, fantastic in terms of duel winning, but also having the cuteness on the ball, technically secure enough to be a number 6. Mikel Arteta is about to get his man. As Gunnar Blog points out, Bayern Munich pulled out of the race because the player wanted Arsenal. Man City have pulled out of the race because the player wanted Arsenal. It's Arsenal or nothing now for West Ham. The man behind this is once again Mikel Arteta. Chris Wheatley confirms in a meeting held at Mikel Arteta's house, the Arsenal manager personally conveyed to Declan Rice how he envisions the player's integration into the team. Throughout the discussions, it became evident that Rice's desire has always been to continue his career in London. The fact that he preferred Arsenal over the treble-winning Man City. Not only are we getting a top quality player, but we're signing someone that actively wants to play for the club. Here We Go is expected soon, and according to TalkSport, Rice has been given permission to undergo an Arsenal medical by West Ham. Over 2 weeks into the window, and Arsenal are closing into 3 signings, and they're not stopping there. Sam Dean confirms the potential capture of Declan Rice will not represent the end of Arsenal's efforts to reconstruct their midfield this summer. It is understood that Arsenal have been exploring midfield options to sign alongside Rice before next season. With the expected departure of Granit Xhaka and maybe even Thomas Partey, Arsenal will need another midfielder. Jacob Steenberg confirms, after closing a deal for Aurelien Timber, Mikel Arteta wants Romeo Lavia. The price tag there is around 45 to 50 million pounds. But Lavia isn't the only target. Moses Caicedo is still on Arsenal's list, but if they want to sign him, Arsenal will need to be fast. Fabrizio Romano confirms, Chelsea are set to attack the Moses Caicedo deal, and it's now time for direct negotiations. Caicedo has already said yes. Personal terms are not an issue. It's up to the clubs now. Now Arsenal could make that race very interesting. In the past, Caicedo has confirmed he's more than open to an Arsenal move, even handing in a January transfer request, trying to force a move to Arsenal. It's all about the finances. Can Arsenal offer the £80+ million to get a deal over the line? You also can't look past experience. Lavia is 19, Caicedo 21. Neither have played in the Champions League. To replace the experience of a Thomas Partey, will Mikel Arteta have other targets? Enter the scene Real Madrid's Aurelien Tchouameni. According to Jack Talbot, Arsenal have added Aurelien Tchouameni to the list of transfer targets. If Arsenal fail to sign either Brighton's Moses Caicedo or sought after Southampton youngster Romeo Lavia, they will test the waters for the Real Madrid midfielder. 23 years of age, a France World Cup finalist, Tchouameni is a top player. Fantastic as a number 6. Lastly, completing 94% of his passes. Fantastic defensively. 1.5 interceptions per game, 1.9 tackles. Completing 78% of his dribbles and winning 65% of his ground duels. This seems too good to be true. Tchouameni has a contract until 2028. Last year he might have had a few games on the bench, but people in Real still see him as the future of midfield, alongside the likes of Jude Bellingham and Eduardo Camavinga, with the aging Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. Unless Arsenal offer an obscene amount of money, why would Real Madrid let him go? Talk to me down below in the comments. Once Arsenal get the Rice deal done, who is the other midfielder that you believe Arsenal should be targeting? Moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with Arsenal receiving a UEFA award. Arsenal confirmed that our No More Red campaign and British Sign Language integration at home and away matches has been recognised by UEFA. Arsenal are doing good things on and off the pitch, and they have now won the UEFA Football for All award. Some would say this is bigger than the Champions League. You've also got a massive breakthrough in the future of Ethan Nwaneri, wanted by the likes of Man City and Chelsea. As David Ornstein confirms, Ethan Nwaneri has committed his future to Arsenal by signing scholarship terms and agreeing to a pro deal when he turned 17. Major interest from other clubs, but a 16-year-old never wanted to leave. Lifelong Arsenal fan in Islington born and bred. Huge boost for the Gunners. What stands out straight away is the fact that Nwaneri has turned down some very lucrative offers. The likes of City and Chelsea were offering more money, but Arsenal have a pathway for youngsters in the first team, examples of Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. Having made Nwaneri the youngest player in Premier League history, Arsenal understand his value. The future of him as a number 8, number 10 type of profile is massive. With the hype that he's getting at this age, Nwaneri is getting the super talent treatment. Arsenal's future is getting even brighter. That is the video there and there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to smash a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy on all of his social medias, then the links are down below in the description. But that was the latest episode of the Transfers FC. Arsenal have made 2 more agreements, 3 signings in the making, only 2 weeks into the window. Things are getting exciting, so stay tuned as we find out more. I'll see you next time. Take care, in a bit.